Well, good day and welcome to this special Paralympic talk with Jessica Lewis and her coach Curtis Tom over in Japan. We've just completed the opening ceremony. Guys, it is extremely late in Japan. It's been a long day for you, not only dealing with getting ready for this evening, but also in the hiccups with the travel of getting your luggage to Japan. But everything seems to be working out right now. But Jess, take us through that emotion of bringing the Bermuda flag into the stadium this time around.
Oh my goodness, it's exactly the same amount of pride and emotion. Just so proud to represent our beautiful island and to have the opportunity to be flag bearer 3 times is just incredible. And when we were just about to enter the stadium, my mom came behind me and gave me a hug, and I could see that she was teary, and I was trying to hold it back. But it's definitely an amazing experience.
Definitely. Now, the fact that there weren't many, if any, spectators in the stands. I know some countries had representation in the stands, but the atmosphere. Obviously, there's music playing, but not hearing those roars, not hearing that rumble. What was that like for you?
It's definitely very different. I mean, when we were going to the stadium and we were lining up, we were talking about how in London, when we were approaching the stadium, you just had that massive roar, and it's definitely something that you miss. We were lucky that Anne Lindroth, the president of Bermuda Paralympian Association, was in the stands. So it was nice to have that kind of support there. There was a few people, but it definitely was a lot quieter. But all of the volunteers and people that are in the opening ceremony show along the way, just seeing their smiling faces and them waving definitely helped to increase the atmosphere.
Yeah. And Curtis, wearing the Bermuda shorts into the stadium, what was that moment like for you?
It was interesting. I'm normally a long pants kind of guy, so changing it up to shorts was different. It wasn't too bad, though.
Well, you're truly now a representation of Bermuda, because that's our traditional dress for opening ceremonies. But looking on to the competition side, Curtis, how do you think Jessica has made it through this wait of a year for this event, and where she's at in comparison to where you would like her to be come race day Saturday?
Well, like you said, this whole past year, 2 years has been crazy, and it was a lot to try to get used to, doing calls over the internet to watch her train, and trying to correct her techniques and stuff, while sometimes the video would slow down or speed up really quickly, trying to catch back up. So it was like, well, I just missed a whole section of technique that I couldn't critique or give pointers on. And but the way she was training was really good. The portable roller, even though Jess probably doesn't like it as much, it really helped her with her endurance and her strength. Notice that since we've gotten onto the track outdoors, the wind has definitely not pushed her around as bad as it used to. So, yeah, the year of training on the roller wasn't the greatest, but she worked hard, and it's definitely helped her improve, and she's definitely ready for this Tokyo Paralympics.
Yeah. Now, Jess, since landing in Tokyo, any opportunity to see your competitors? Because obviously everybody wants to see the start list for each race, and then see, okay, who am I lining up against, especially Heat 1, Heat 2, stuff like that. So any chance of seeing any of your competitors?
Yeah, I was training yesterday, and I saw the 2 Chinese girls. here. And then today we saw Angie from the US. Oh, no, sorry, Australia. I've seen Kelsey from the US. And oh my gosh, Kelsey has been an absolute lifesaver because just with our bags not arriving, I didn't have anything to train in. And she very, very generously lent me some training clothes.
Okay.
So I'm very, very happy for that and grateful for that. But yeah, it's been awesome to see my competitors that I haven't seen since 2019. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of them as the games go on, because a lot of them had the pre-training camp, so they're just slowly moving into the village now. So I'm excited to see them.
Yeah. Well, I woke up yesterday to the one of the Paralympic posters of one of the Chinese girls, the one that was in Rio. She's a 5-time gold medalist, and yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I know she's going to be there now because they posted that she will be there. But has it sunk in that now you are at the 2020, 2021 Paralympic Games yet?
It definitely has. I think it has definitely sunk in as well. I think just leading up to this point, I've been so stressed about like the suitcases getting here and everything like that, and now I feel like I can breathe and I can start focusing in. And I'm glad that we have another 5 days of prep work where I can just take those deep breaths and just focus on the training, and everything else now has worked out.
How have you coped with the temperature there, Curtis, in ensuring that she stays hydrated and like she said, she's got 5 days to prepare, but the weather there is very tricky because you could be out in it and really not realize how hot it is until you get back inside, kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
how have you managed that part thus far?
Lots of fluids, hitting the shade as much as we can. But luckily, coming from Bermuda, she's kind of used to it. It's quite warm there too.
Yeah. You've been on the training track. What is the training track facility like for you, Jess?
It's good. It's a really good surface. It does have a little bit of wind, but that just only makes you stronger. So, um, it's definitely starting to get a lot busier now. So it's really cool to be back on a track with so many different people, and you just got to make sure you keep your head up.
Yeah.
There was a few collisions almost, but yeah, it's definitely a very cool experience just to be with so many different countries back on the track again.
One thing I noticed when we were in Brazil, and I went to a training session, the amount of traffic that was on the track, and I think everybody was just working on starts, and it had to be at least 60 rulers on that track trying to work out starts and so forth. But managing through all of that, how do you remain focused on what you have to do, still trying to make sure that you fine tune everything to ensure come race day you are fully prepared for when that gun goes off?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be smart when you're on the track, and just be aware of where everybody is. And I think a lot of people are very good about how we assign the lanes. So like lanes 1 and 2 are usually for the really fast guys, and then it goes out slower. So it's just to find the correct lane for you to be in, and it usually works out pretty good. There are a few times, but it definitely is. And the first day that we went to the training track, it was pretty much me and one guy from Japan. So that day was really, really awesome, kind of to have the whole track to yourself. But I think once the competition starts, it will be a little bit less at the training track, because a lot more people will go to the warm-up track to train. So that might be something that we would look into. Yeah.
Curtis, what is the key to Jessica's success for especially the 100?
Starts. Definitely her start. She's got one of the better starts out there. So I think really working on those. Like I said, when we got back out on the track, her starts were still phenomenal.
Mm.
It's like she hadn't lost any of it.
Okay. All right. Well, I know it's late, and I know you guys have got a lot to do. Still got to do your regular stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Again, congratulations, job well done, carrying the Bermuda flag, carrying on the tradition. Welcome, Curtis, for carrying on that tradition of the Bermuda shorts at the opening ceremony, and we look forward to speaking with you guys on Saturday night after your heat in the for your first event at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
You
Thanks, you
too.
too.